Oh, she's in South Dakota. So she started working at the dialysis clinic about a year ago, and so she had a training that was scheduled in mid-March, and so it was right before all this really went sideways, and while she was there, the training got canceled, and then all the flights got canceled coming back to the island. So she's been staying with her mom for the last couple of weeks. And at this point, I mean, the fact that there's no cases here and they're still getting new cases elsewhere, I mean, who knows when they'll open up the island commercially. I mean, I have no idea.
You all are the only place on the CDC map for the United States that has no cases.
Yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of theories because there's a lot of people who travel through here in California and Washington and Hawaii on a pretty regular basis. But you know, I can't explain it. I mean, they're either extremely lucky or there was something going on, something about the area, the heat and humidity, maybe, or I don't know.
Well, I'm sure as religious as that island is, they feel like that it's a God thing.
Maybe, could be. Yeah, they've shut down services here, so they don't have that going on. Although by the look of it today, the umus are still going on, like it's the Sunday barbecue. So, yeah. So I mean, it's kind of weird. I mean, things are different here. I mean, schools are canceled and all that stuff, but I mean, there's no active cases and there's nobody at the hospital, you know, who can't breathe. So it's a great thing. But I don't know.
You told me they only have 12 ventilators, so it's probably a really good thing that there are no cases.
If there was a corona outbreak here, I mean, it would overpower what little bit of a hospital that we have very quickly. I mean, I think they've got like 120 beds at the hospital, and 80 of them are in use, you know, on any given day. So, I mean, it wouldn't take a lot, but
I'll get up and turn it down.
You know, with the border closed and there being no cases, and the border's been closed now for almost 3 weeks. I mean, if there were somebody, you know, in the intubation period, you'd think it would have happened by now. So, you know, I think we got lucky.
Oh yeah. People from the mainland can't fly to Pago now?
No, see, it's a weird thing. Like, I mean, it's not something the governor did. There's only one carrier who takes people from Hawaii to American Samoa, and so he just asked Hawaiian, cancel your flights, and they did. And so in this very unique situation, the CEO of Hawaiian Air has more power over closing the border than the governor of American Samoa, because he couldn't do that. He couldn't declare you can't come into the island. He didn't have that right. But Hawaiian Airways,
they don't fly from the West Coast to Pago?
No, I wish God, this place would be so much better if there was a direct flight once a week to Los Angeles. But no, you have to go through Hawaii. And there's only 2 flights a week regularly anyway. So they just canceled the flights.
When I flew, no, I've never flown to Pago. I've thought about it, but.
Yeah, no, you have to go through Honolulu.
Oh, you have to go through Honolulu, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Madison's gonna sing for you right now. You go ahead, Madison. Give her a second. She got it set up.
All right, she's gonna go.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me if you guys can hear it.
Can you hear that?
I can hear Madison.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't wait to show you where I grew up.
Tell her to get on camera so we can see it.
Foothills of my house.
They want to see you.
Probably feel like you've been there before. After hearing all the stories I've been telling you for 6 months now. We'll probably have to sleep in separate bedrooms. Pack a shirt for church because we'll go. I'm not trying to scare you off, but I just thought that we should talk a few things out before we go. If I bring home mama, I guess I'd better warn ya. She falls in love a little faster than I do. Am I just like a tire? Pour you whiskey over ice and take you fishing, but pretend that you don't like you. Oh, if break up, I'll be fine. Breaking more hearts than mine. Sister's gonna ask a million questions. Say it can turn you red. When you meet my high school friends, they'll buy you drinks and fill you in on all the crazy nights. I can't help it. So if I bring you home, mama, I guess I'd better warn ya. She falls in love a little faster than I do. And my dad will check your tires for your whiskey over ice and buy you dinner, but pretend that he don't like you. Oh, if we break up, I'll be fine. She'll be breaking more hearts than mine. If I bring you home, mama, I guess I'd better warn ya. She feels every heartache I go through. And if my dad sees me crying, he'll pour some whiskey over ice and tell a lie and say he never really liked you. Oh, if we break up, I'll be fine. She'll be breaking more hearts than mine. You'll be breaking more hearts than mine.
That was really good, Madison. Thank you.
Go, Madison.
Madison, you got a very soulful voice.
I love that. I love that soulful voice. The blues is the best music was ever made.
I hate to say this, they play that on country stations, but okay.
Well, have you not seen the things how the roots
wasn't gonna-
of country music?
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Blues?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it is. It's just
It is.
easy top. That's the blues with big, heavy guitars.
PBS did a special back in the 90s on it. And they did another one this last year, and it's really interesting.
Chris, is everything okay down at Atlantic Beach now since the hurricane?
So I mean, we still got some houses up and down the island in Carteret County that are getting put back together from Hurricane Florence. I mean, I'd say we're probably at around 90%, 95% back together.
Because I checked hotels in the fall, and you still couldn't hardly find any that were actually doing a lot of doing stuff. At least.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a couple hotels that aren't quite put back together yet. But I mean, as a whole, rental houses and hotels are almost back.
That's
Of course.
good.
Yeah, I mean, coming up. I mean, well, the work I'm doing on my house is Hurricane Florence work that I'm finally getting to. Yeah, that was a tremendous storm. That it's taken a long time to get back on the right track.
Yeah.
They say we've got some rough weather coming over the next 24 hours.
Yeah. Tornadoes, yeah.
Do we?
Yeah. In the morning, I think starting about 5 o'clock, they're expecting to hit some really bad storms. I mean, Duke Power was sending out today that, to be expecting and to make plans because it was going to be bad.
Wow.
This particular storm has come up from Texas, and it did a tremendous amount of damage down there. It's just that's one of the scary things for right now. If we get these bad storms and people are uprooted, I mean, you're trying to do all the social distance, and I mean, it's kind of a mess.
Yeah.
Are there any cases down there of people on the island, Chris?
Not that I know. I think we've got 20-ish cases in Carteret County. I don't think any deaths that I can think of. most of the cases, people are recovered.
Yeah.
That's good.
So
Good news.
yeah,
Well, I lost a friend 2 weeks
Hmm.
ago, I guess it was. He was 52. He lived in Florida. And then a girlfriend of mine here, her dad, they were from New York, and her dad died last Friday and her mother died yesterday. And Lonnie's brother has it, but I think he's doing pretty good. I think he's going to recover.
Shelly's
Another
aunt
lady that I,
got it.
Oh, really?
the
Yeah,
one that I
she
met,
was-
Has it now, or is she had
She
it,
was-
or she's?
She has it. She's a traveling nurse, and she actually went to New York City to work this thing
Oh.
and got sick, and they sent her home. And then she tested when she got home, and she just got her positive results on Friday.
Is
So
she
we hadn't
home though?
quite figured out why they sent her home as opposed to testing her and quarantining her in New York.
I suspect they did it because they have such a lack of hospital beds, and they knew that in West Virginia, they've got more beds and less people sick. So she probably had a better chance of getting better care there. I mean, there's a lot
Yeah,
of,
aside from they sent her to travel.
Well,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, people are getting on planes right and left. A girlfriend of mine was on one of my Nikin calls on Wednesday night, and she had been a flight attendant before she started with Nikin years ago, and a gal that she flew with had died that day. And apparently there've been a lot of flight attendants and pilots that have gotten it. I mean, you get up there and you're breathing that air, and people are sick. I found out, what was it? I guess it was right after we did the last family call. The head of physiology at State is a friend of mine, and he came over. And the night he came over, he said he had the flu. He was pretty sure he got pneumonia, and this was in February, and I didn't think much about it. Well, I saw him, I guess it was like I said 2 weeks ago on Monday, and he sent me an email that day, and he said, well, I stared death right in the face, and I was like, uh-oh. So when he came, he told me that 2 days after he was over here, that he was admitted to the COVID unit at Rex, and he was there for a day or so, and he actually went out AMA after they started treating him. But the thing, 2 weeks after he was here, I mean, I don't ever get sick at all, but I had a sore throat and I had aches all over. I didn't run a fever. I mean, I actually took my temp at the time, but I didn't think it was anything, but it went on and then it went away and it came back. So he told me last week, I told him about it. He said, well, as soon as the antibody test comes, I'm going to get it. If I do, because they waited, when he was at the hospital, they could not test him for COVID. They didn't have any test. They had a COVID unit, but they didn't have any test. And so they sent him like a week and a half later when they finally got tests, and he didn't test positive, but he says, my doctor thinks that I'd cleared it. And he had been in Europe. And at that time, you know, when he was here, we didn't know that it was coming to the United States from Europe.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I will feel myself lucky if I get the test and I find out I have antibodies. That's kind of the best case scenario. And I really believe antibody treatment will be the way to go. I mean, that's probably what will eventually bring it completely under control.
Hey, Chris, on another subject, how old are your kids now?
So they're all going to be aging up in the next few months. So Cora turns 6 years old next month.
Wow.
Majo turns 4 in July, and Peyton turns 15 in September.
That's crazy. Dustin, was
Yeah,
it
Peyton's.
yesterday that I was whooping your tail in Uno?
Yeah. That's not how I remember it, but
You're getting older now, Dustin. Memory might be fading.
that's probably true. Whatever helps you sleep at night, you know. Who am I to tell you?
It's not Easter until you and I talk junk, I guess. I don't know. Forever. You're still, Dustin, you're still 12, and Christopher, you know, I can't. Look, y'all, In my brain, Gustin's 12 and Chris, you're like 15, 16, and that's just how it is.
Uh,
Well, one thing that's come out of this
Well,
is
That's how I feel sometimes.
I know.
picture of all three.
Shelly and I just celebrated 7 years of marriage 2 weeks ago.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Pretty excited about it.
That's a real accomplishment.
But I mean, I feel the same way about Cameron and Madison. I look at Cameron and Madison, and I remember when it's weird them all growing up.
I know. Yep,
Can you see those three?
I do.
Yeah,
That was them 15 years ago.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. I forget I'm too tall for that.
Oh,
Yes,
God.
you are.
Bring that over so I can show Cameron. We finally put our pictures in a, and this had some little tots.
Oh,
wow.
there he is.
Dang, I
That
was
was you. Go grab that picture of Gustin and Chris and
uh-oh.
guys. It's on the freezer. It's you guys when I think Gustin's holding you and you're like a year old.
Opa,
Um,
Hold on. What?
Opa, Dad,
Opa, how are you and Dudley doing?
Well, we're chugging along. We haven't had any problem as far as the virus goes. Our age is our big problem.
That's what you tell me every time I talk to you.
At least he's consistent.
yeah.
That's true.
I didn't understand what you said, Kimball.
He said that's what you say. It's a problem every time he talks to you. And I said, well, at least you're consistent.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've walked a little over a mile this morning, and I do most mornings. So
There you go.
Yeah.
Opa,
More than I've done.
I have a head of hair as thick and as colorful as yours when I'm your age.
well, I don't give it much attention, but
Actually, you have hair very much like his. I think that's probably where the gene for your hair came from. Christopher too, actually.
Getting back, so I don't know.
Thanks for going to get that.
Yeah.
Oh, he's that crazy.
Yeah. Here's a little time warp.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Man,
That was like last year, wasn't it,
Yeah.
guys?
Apparently, I just don't exist anymore.
You weren't even around.
I know.
that feels about right.
Well, you know, the thing at Easter, I always loved making your Easter baskets for you guys. I was thinking about that this weekend. That's one of the most fun things was putting the Easter baskets together and getting things to go in them. And I miss that.
No. I don't miss sunrise
Don't
service.
tell don't tell my kids. I didn't do Easter baskets for.
You
Oh, no.
didn't do Easter baskets for them?
COVID-19,
I did not.
man.
That's their little
I did.
heart.
I did cook them breakfast. I did cook them breakfast before we watched the service outside.
That's
Oh,
better
that's
than
nice.
candy, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Gustin.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank you, man.
you know what? I think you ought to poll them because my guess is when you were that age, if we said, would you rather have breakfast or would you rather have a basket full of candy? I just about bet that you
Hey
would
guys,
go for the candy.
want to call?
Hey guys,
Sorry.
I hate to. I'm gonna say Happy Easter to everybody. I've got to go make a corn pudding. So I love everybody. Good to see everybody. Chris,
Happy Easter. Love you too.
family.
good to see you,
Love you
Kathy.
too.
Yep.
Yeah, if it makes y'all feel any better, I talked to Kathy. We're gonna do some kind of Easter egg thing in in the yard later. And I told her we should put Bible verses and cucumbers inside the eggs because they would love that.
Versus
Good.
cucumbers.
I like that.
Well, it's healthy
I like
as
it.
opposed to
Oh,
candy.
okay.
Eat a little cucumber, yeah.
Yeah, tell me what Madison and Cameron think about the cucumbers in the eggs. I want to hear how that flies.
I heard Madison go, no.
That's pretty funny. I like that.
That would be awesome. Look, it's a cucumber.
I'd be excited.
I made a ham for lunch, and we had Mediterranean cauliflowered rice and a salad, and then I had made a gluten-free, sugar-free cake with sugar-free icing. So it was pretty good.
One problem we have now is that we're locked down in this community, and so they deliver our meals to us. And they deliver desserts with every meal. I honestly, I have gained about 10 pounds in
Oh, that's not good.
10 to 15 days.
Oh my goodness.
Well, Dad, I'm going to tell you there's a solution to that problem.
Yeah, the problem is that they'll send a main course that I don't like. So I either eat the dessert or I have a very small meal.
Yeah.
Cookies though.
That's good.
Justin, are you doing much cooking these days?
Yeah. I did some spaghetti and Italian sausage the other day. Chicken and bacon. I've gotten real into making these cheddar biscuits. Probably stop making those so much. We got fresh lettuce back in the grocery store, so I was making chickpea salad yesterday. That was pretty good. Yeah, I eat pretty well. I try to.
Justin,
All right.
you've gained some weight since you've been in Pago, haven't you? You're heavier to me than you did when
I
you
think it's
left
more
the-
about getting older. I'm not as svelte as I was when I was 27 and I first moved out here. But it's like 10 pounds.
Well,
Is Ari thinking about wanting to stay there now that y'all don't have the virus there versus the States? I'm just wondering.
Well, I mean, I think I was telling you guys, the deal with my contract, we were pretty set to leave at the end of it next February. But I mean, and it's not so much the virus. I mean, I'm just thinking about, if the economy really tanks and there's no jobs, I've got a really good one here and one where I have a pretty great job security, given that I'm not a partner. So it's just something we got to monitor and see how it goes. I mean, I just can't even imagine what 6 months from now will look like. I didn't know what it would look like today.
Oh, no, I don't think any of us really know what it's going to look like in 6 months, really. I mean,
Yeah. So, I mean, if this thing kind of blows over and the economy gets back to work and everybody's, better, then we'll probably still leave, still aim to leave next February. But if there's a real long-term effect on this and it would make it extremely difficult to get jobs in a new area, then I have to see.
yeah. Now, Chris, how's the economy at Atlantic Beach? I mean, obviously, you don't have a lot of tourists, but I mean, is everything else kind of okay? I mean, I don't know because I don't know that area as well.
So I mean the area as a whole is hurting. Your small boutique shops and stuff like that, they're not open. All the restaurants are closed. Some tried to stay open for takeout, and some are still doing it, and some have closed because they were just losing money on that. I mean, our county as a whole is driven on tourism, and so that was shut down for the entire month of April. Going into the third week of March, to that point, we had refunded, just as our company, $900,000 worth of reservations.
Wow.
Oh my
Now
God.
that's just gross reservations. That's not our commissions, but our commissions in that were somewhere around $100,000 to $130,000 that we gave back in 3 weeks.
Wow.
And then they shut down the month of April. And so, I mean, we definitely exceeded probably the $1 million mark and not knowing what, and that's just my company. Shelly works at a hotel part-time. She's out of work there. I mean, she's only working 1 or 2 nights a week, so it's not something that we rely on at all. But she's out of work there. All property management companies and hotels are banned from taking guests for the entire month of April. Easter is usually a pretty big week. And so obviously without guests, that affects everything else, restaurants, retail, etc. And we're not going to know what May is going to look like for a couple weeks at least.
Yeah.
If the governor extends this thing, do you think they'll extend down there too?
I'm sure.
Well, it's going to be
Yeah.
extended. He keeps hinting at it. I mean, North Carolina's not reached its peak yet, and I don't think they can reopen us until we reach the peak.
Well, I think,
Yeah,
I hate it for everybody else, but I do think that this keeping our distance and stuff has stopped us from having as nearly as big a peak as we could have.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, we definitely don't want to be another New York type situation.
No, we don't. I mean, and, you know, in all this, you know, I trust that God's sovereign. I mean, I'm not worried about my family's livelihood. I know he'll provide. Maybe not what we've been accustomed to, but he'll provide. So, I mean, out of this, I think something's good's going to come. But, you know, the other part of me is like, I mean, we don't control when we come into this world. We don't control when we leave. But we are controlling some really serious economic impacts right now that the majority of the country haven't even felt yet. I mean, you got a lot of people that are out of work that are feeling it now, but there's a lot of people that are going to feel it that haven't yet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This could be catastrophic.
When this opens up, there's going to be a lot of small businesses that won't open back up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in that world. I mean, I've got several friends that had just opened coffee shops and different businesses, and I don't know of any way that they're going to be able to. I mean, well, some of it's going to come down to what I can see is if the people where they're renting, the people, they're not going to have the money for those months that nobody was there. And I think the people that are leasing would be smart just to wipe that clean because they can leave, but there ain't going to be anybody coming in to take that space. But it's gonna have a huge impact on small business.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I imagine, Chris, when we do get open back up, y'all will be flooded pretty hard because people will be so tired of being at home that they will want to come see y'all.
Well, and that's what we're trying to think optimistically. And I think that there will be some truth to that because there's going to be some people that had the ability to travel internationally that won't want to do that. But if the economic impact of this is severe enough, they're just not going to have the money to go on vacation. So
that's
they
true.
very well may have the desire.
Yeah.
We're saving those pennies.
They very well may have the desire, but if we come out of this June, I mean, that's peak season when stuff is renting from anywhere from, you know, I mean, anywhere from $1,000 to $15,000 a week, depending on the size. They might not have the money.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And then my concern is, I mean, this is the time of year that I would hire staff and train them, but I can't hire people right now. And, you know, we're also losing money. Like the owners of our company have guaranteed everybody's full pay for 2 months, whether you work or not. And so that's good. They're taking care of the employees, but I'm going to be behind the 8 ball when we open up significantly. But it's going to be interesting. I try not to think about it too much because there ain't much I can do about it until we get there.
Yeah, oh, no, that's very true. Very true.
So, well, I am going to have to jump off of here as well. I've got to go to the grocery store and get some stuff to cook our Easter dinner.
Hey, Guston, wear a mask, baby. Not Guston, Chris, wear a mask, baby. All right, I love you, but I make up one. I look like I'm going to rob the place, okay?
You know, I just I make a conscious effort not to touch my face and my beard while I'm out until I get home and wash my hands. But I'm not wearing a mask or gloves or anything like that. But I am not touching my face. Yep. There's Cora.
Hey,
Oh, hey, Cora. Oh, you are so pretty.
Can you say hi? Can you show them what you lost last week?
Oh,
We lost our first tooth.
there. Oh.
My big sister tugged it out.
Lost tooth. And tell them what you learn to do last week.
God.
Tell them what you learned to do.
Ride my bike without training wheels.
Oh, wow,
Wow.
Cora. You are so beautiful.
He said, "Thank you."
Thank you.
oh,
Did the fairy godmother bring her anything?
Yeah, she got $1 from
nice.
Tooth Fairy.
$1.
$1.
Pretty good.
You need to tell that fairy godmother about inflation.
Well, Gustin, when you have 3 kids and a mortgage, then we can talk about inflation and what the Tooth Fairy pays out. All right. Well, I love you all. I enjoyed the call.
All right, hey, you take care. It's great to see you, man. God bless you. Take care, okay?
Good to see you. God
Bye-bye,
bless.
Cora. We love
Bye.
you.
Say bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all. Love you all.
Yeah.
Love you.
I'm gonna jump off, guys. I've got it's tax day, so I gotta rummage through some papers and figure out what I owe the man.
Well, but the tax day has been moved to July 15th.
Yeah, but I need to get it done so I can get my Trump money. Cause those checks
Your
been-
Trump money.
If you filled out your return last year, you'll get it. Then
I haven't filed in the United States in 2 years because I don't live there and I don't have to, but I do this year.
Yeah, well, you should do it then, yeah.
I want to do that. Yeah.
All right. Well, we love you all, and we'll see you next time.
Will
Good to
do.
see you.
Good
Love
to
you.
see
Love you.
Gustin.
Love you, Gustin.
Bye-bye.
Dad, you look good.
How do I stop the recording?
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Dudley. Good to see you, Dudley.
Dudley, they're watching you.
Good to see you, Dudley. You look great.
She's just
When you come in this room, why? Oh,
We
well.
love Cameron too, even though we didn't get to see him.
Well, now and again, he peeked his foot. He didn't want to just sit here. That's why you saw times he put his thumb in the face, stuff like that. Both my kids are like, camera. You want to be on camera?
Yeah, Cameron particularly. It's been
Wasn't
that way.
Cameron on there?
Brother, did you record this, Kimball?
I did.
Oh, good. I'd love to get a copy of it. Seriously, I mean,
I will.
I don't know
I
how.
was really, you don't know how happy I was to see Christopher. That's the first time I have seen him in 3 years.
Oh, same here. I mean, we haven't.
And I invited him last time and didn't hear anything. And when we got on here and he came on, I was really shocked. So that was really nice.
Yeah, I was surprised. Not because I know anything different. It was just good to see him.
Yeah. Well, usually but it was really good that he came on. So I'm glad that was really nice. All right. Well, we love you guys, and I'll try to get something together again in another week to 2 weeks. It's really
Okay.
good to get to see each other.
All right, great to see you. God bless you. Love you.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Love
See
you.
you next time.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.